Today we're installing the on the Dominator X, the back windshield. One quick thing, this back windshield does not go clear up to the top. Reason being is that the seats protrude back behind the roll bar, and so as I look through this, you can see that, so you can see how this seat comes back a couple inches. And if you set it like it is over on the driver's side where it's even, you lose about 4 or 5 inches worth of floor space there. But this should cover the majority of all you need to worry about on your back windshield. You're trying to reduce wraparound dust, a little bit of overhead. Air circulation is always good to move dirt through, keep dust down. So I don't think it's all bad, but that's just the way it is, and that's the reason it's designed this way. So with that, this is your windshield. It's going to come to you with a little pack of information, all your little instructions and all that good stuff. Basically everything you need to install this is supplied. Now, the first thing you want to do is put this windshield up on here, make sure it fits, make sure you like how, well, it fits. Do you like how it fits and all those kind of things is the first thing. Because then once you go to install this, you have to remove this protective coating. And once you remove the protective coating off of your windshield, it is yours. It is not returnable, it is not refundable. So make sure everything's right before you ever remove this. And then I would really recommend getting somebody else, because this one's a challenge to set on here. And then peel your plastic back just far enough so you can access these bolt holes. And after doing this a couple times, I found that it's much easier to do with the bottom one's a little bit of a bugger because of where it is, but it's got to be kind of where it's at because, well, it's the way it is. So you put on your bolt nut and lock washer here. That one's right where that little pad sticks. Oh, and I didn't mention this, but the tools you'll need is a 7/16 inch wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver. So I'm just going to snug this one up a little bit here. Just get that one barely snug on. And then I'm going to move over to this other side and put this one on. And if you'll notice, I'm just putting all this stuff on just finger tight, not even cinching these bolts down that much, because we're going to want to move this. But you want it up about 1/4 to 1/2 inch off of this bottom right here, because if not, it will just I would actually guess that it will squeak. So get them all kind of on there. Okay, so we get that one set. Go over to this side. Okay, now that we have this set on there, we've got a wrench and screwdriver. What we're going to do is pop this up, and basically the way I kind of did it, which seems to work pretty darn good, is just do about a finger width underneath there. And this clamp right here is just going to be right at the base of that, right at the base of, right around that little bumper that's right there. So it's kind of a point that you can use as a guide. And tighten that one up nice and snug. And this one down here, we're going to have to finger tighten it. And then literally we're going to have to tighten this one from the back. Okay. Okay, that needs to go a little tighter. That bracket wasn't quite straight. There we go. Okay, so the bottom one's a little bit of a challenge, but other than that, but like I say, there's just nothing else you can do with the way this. You want to have some form of a fixation down here on the bottom. So that problematic one, though problematic, is essential. Well, that's weird how one side hits that bumper, and on the other side it doesn't quite go that high. Must be a variable across that. Secure that guy good and tight. Now that we got these all on, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten up this last one. I usually leave this guy to the very last because you want to get that set last. Oh yeah, and I didn't do this one up here. Okay, and that's basically all there is to installing it. Peel your protective coating off of the windshield, and you're basically done with your install. This gives you room so that it's not scratching across the bottom, because it's going to move a little bit because there's nothing to hold the center part of it. So it's going to move a little bit, so that's why we want it up off of here so you don't get any squeaking or scratching on your body. So like I said, I just inserted my finger basically underneath there, which is plenty of a gap. During the install, never ever use Loctite. In maintenance of it, never ever use Windex, never ever use paper towels. The three worst products on a windshield, on any type of plastics. So never use those products. Rinse this windshield off with water first. I would be really careful about washing the inside while it's on the trail, on the if you bought the MAR resistant windshield, it's much less susceptible to scratching, so it's a little bit easier to clean on the trail. Though the back windshield isn't really all that important while out on the trail from looking through. I mean, heck, on this thing, you can't even see through the back seat, so I don't know what you'd really be seeing out of here, to where cleaning is essential while you're out on the trail. But if you do, I'd really just recommend washing off the outside. The inside is pretty hard. You'll want to squirt that off with some water, get the dirt and dust off it. That's the most important thing in maintenance, is keeping the dirt and the dust off of it getting the dirt and the dust off of it, the mud off of it, before you ever wipe it down with a clean, soft cloth. Microfibers are always preferred. You can use, we sell a product called Novus One that goes on your windshield that helps reduce static electricity and therefore cuts down the dust collection up on it. But Other than that, just rinse it off with some water. If you want to do some really good cleaning, you can do some Dawn in a bucket. I kind of use Dawn in a bucket to wash my whole UTV personally, and then I just use that on my windshield as well. But it works perfectly with them. If you have any other questions, please give us a call. We thank you for your business.